The New York Knicks just proved everybody wrong after all the talk, all the expectations that Mikal Bridges was not a great player, was not worth what the Knicks paid for him. They just shocked the world after everyone started to bet against the New York Knicks team, calling them soft, calling them not good enough, calling them not a real threat. The New York Knicks just showed everyone why them, and specifically superstar point guard, one of the best players on the planet, Jalen Brunson, are very much the real deal, and we are going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you're part of that 65% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest, this is the place to be for all New York Knicks news. You do not want to miss out on all the great content that we're putting out every single day. So make sure to subscribe, but let's jump into the video. A lot to discuss. There's not really any place to start in regards to Jalen Brunson. We're just, once again, watching him remind everyone what we already knew as Knicks fans, that this man is the most clutch player in the NBA. He's a top, 2-3 point guard in the NBA? Top, 5 guard? The most clutch player on the planet? A true NBA superstar, a top 10 player without a shadow of a doubt. Jalen Brunson once again showed everyone else who didn't believe in him why he is the best player that Knicks fans have seen since Patrick Ewing, why he is one of the best players in basketball. I mean, he got everything thrown at him. He got the Pistons fans calling him a flopper because he gets fouled all the time and sells it better than everyone else, and people get upset that he's good at that because that's a skill in basketball. He took all the hate. He heard every bit of it, and Jalen Brunson went out and responded as the best players in the world. Some of the best historical players do. He showed up and showed out and ended the series between the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons in absolutely stunning fashion. On top of that, what we also saw was the fact that Mikal Bridges, after getting so much talk from everybody, really just was able to shut everybody up. I know Knicks fans will never be fully okay with the trade that they traded 5 first-round picks. Mind you, 2 of them are in the 20s this season. They're not widely regarded as good picks for Mikal Bridges. I get that. I understand it. It's not lost upon me. I'm not saying I've not been aggravated by the fact that the Knicks did that as well in the past. Of course I have. I'm a Knicks fan. I see all the players becoming available for trade. And now the fact that the Knicks asset chest has really been depleted, a lot to do with the Mikal Bridges trade. I understand that. Again, it's not lost on me. It's not something that I'm not missing here. But Mikal Bridges is one of the key factors why the New York Knicks won this game. I mean, on top of the fact that he had a tip-in that the Knicks probably would have lost if he didn't hit that when Brunson missed and Mikal Bridges tipped the ball back in. But on top of the defense, the offense, everybody calling out Mikal Bridges, and it failed. Now, Jalen Brunson, as Jay Williams put it, clutch isn't a stat, it's a mindset. And Jalen Brunson has it in his DNA. First in usage, first in field goals made, hit the dagger to send Detroit home. Keep doubting him, he keeps closing. That's not luck. That's legacy in the making. It absolutely is. As mentioned by StatMuse, Jalen Brunson in this playoffs is first in points scored, first in fourth quarter points, first in 30-point games. But people still wanted to doubt the New York Knicks. When you have the best player in the series by a noticeable margin, that's what happens. And that is no shade at Cade Cunningham whatsoever. Something that we saw is Cade Cunningham prove that he is everything that the Pistons fans could have asked for when he was drafted first overall. I've been a huge fan of Cade Cunningham's game for a while. I've mentioned it throughout this playoff series. I do think Cade is a budding superstar. I don't think he should have won Most Improved Player because he was the first overall pick, and he played like one throughout this series. I really am looking forwards to watching Cade Cunningham going forwards. I've been a huge fan of him. I'm honestly a bigger fan of him now. Would that have happened if the Knicks lost this series? I'd probably hold a grudge for way too long, like what I've done with Trae Young, what I've done with the Miami Heat. It's not lost on me that that's what's going to happen because I'm a fan and we become biased. But I'm really, really, really happy that I'm still a big Cade Cunningham fan, partially because it means all of you saying, well, the Knicks aren't able to beat the Pistons. Why? Why? They clearly could. They weren't going to beat them. The team that was better, the team that has a proven NBA superstar? All right, sure. Great. Great. Cool. Well, now we know. Now we know. Oh, the Knicks are a fake regular season team. Yeah, sure. Okay. I get they're playing the Celtics next. They're not picked to win the series. Hell, I'm going to pick the Celtics to win the series. I'm still going to root for the Knicks. I'm not going to act like it's impossible. Stop being a doomer. The New York Knicks have been good, and they're still good. People like to hate the Knicks. It is what it is. Jalen Brunson is our answer to that problem. Now, as we know, Malik Beasley had some fun taking a shot at Mikal Bridges when Knicks fan Chris Riley posted that Mikal's going for 44 on Thursday, replying to a post of Malik Beasley's. It's not like Beasley really looked out for this. He responded to Malik Beasley after Game 5 that the Knicks blew, And when he said Mikal's going for 44, Malik Beasley responded with minutes. Well, I think this face by Malik Beasley sums up the mistake that he just made. No, this photo was not taken tonight. Man, do I wish it was. That would feel good. I mean, JB Bickerstaff, you could tell it wasn't taken tonight because JB Bickerstaff's not blowing a fuse or something like he did all series long. The man's a known complainer. It is what it is. What happens when you're the coach of the sad boy Pistons? It is what it is. JB Bickerstaff got proven once again why he's not a very good coach. I mean, I genuinely think, and this is not hyperbole, this was one of the worst coached series I've seen from either side. I think Bickerstaff did a good job coaching to a degree, but I do not see him as a very good coach in the NBA. I think there's a lot of problems, and he didn't solve them. Instead, he bickered. I didn't even mean to do it that time. Usually I do. I think Tom Thibodeau coached an abysmal series, showed the Knicks don't have any offensive plans outside of Jalen solved the problem. The thing is, usually, and maybe this is the argument in favor of it, usually Jalen solves the problem. You can't stick with that, though. You're playing the Boston Celtics next. They're a good team, and they're going to be ready for that. So the Knicks have to figure out ways to get around it. But on the topic of Mikal Bridges, because this man does not get enough love, mind you, take a look at this game. Malik Beasley talked all that trash. We'll make that full screen for you guys. We'll make it full screen. Look at this. 44 minutes. Yes, Malik, you were absolutely right. He did go for 44 minutes. And in that time span, he also had the second highest plus-minus on the game. That's a lie. He had the third highest plus-minus on the game. Had 25 points, the second most points of any Knick. At the same time, pulled down 4 rebounds. One of them was a tip-in that also gave him his 25th point. A huge basket. 3 assists. Blocked a shot as well. Played phenomenal defense on Cade Cunningham. On top of everything, he did everything that he had to do. The man did his job. He showed why he was worth all of it. I mean, Jalen Brunson, again, there's no place to start. There's no place to continue. There's no place to finish. The man had 40 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. I mean, frankly, the crazy part is 2 of them were offensive. Both of them were huge rebounds. Him getting his own rebound once and scoring again in a massive basket. And also grabbing another one when no one was looking. A phenomenal job by Jalen Brunson. The man truly fought his heart out, showed why he's the heart and soul and blood and sweat and tears of this New York Knicks organization. We saw Mitchell Robinson play a solid game as well. They did play Hack-a-Mitch, and he's got to work on that free throws. 1 for 4 is awful, but that's really all we got to say on that front. However, you look at the Detroit Pistons of this all, and what you also see is that Tobias Harris did his thing with a minus 23 plus minus, doing what Tobias Harris does when he plays the Knicks in the playoff series. All kidding aside, Tobias Harris had an awesome playoff series, really played well, was a huge part of the Pistons' success. Ausar Thompson was great. Cade Cunningham definitely struggled from the field, but still a great player. He's learning. He's only getting better. Jalen Duren I really almost just cursed. He was a BMF. If you don't know what that means, you can just look up the initials. You'll figure it out. Tim Hardaway Jr., man, as Sam Morrell said, Tim Hardaway Jr. is doing his part. He really is. After he robbed the Knicks of $72 million, he's really doing his part by just shooting the Pistons right out of this series while complaining that Jalen Brunson's flopping. Thanks, Timmy. Appreciate all that work you still do for the Knicks. Once a Knick, always a Knick, man. Shouldn't be rude to Tim Hardaway Jr. Actually, I'm a huge fan. I really did like Timmy on the Knicks. I didn't blame him for a lot of the problems. It wasn't really his fault. But rivalry, you know how things go. Playoffs, things get intense. Rooting the best for the Pistons going forwards, but that's not going to be this year. At the same time, I don't know how much I'm rooting for them. I see them as a real threat now, so no longer, oh, fun, look, they're getting better. Not really a thing anymore, is it? So that's how things go. And also one more thing, guys. Hang it in the Louvre. Hang it in every single museum. Hang it in all of them, even if it's not an art museum. Just hang it. This photo should be law that you just have to have it in every space, public or private. That's how I feel. Because this was one of the great moments in Knicks history right here. One of the truly greatest moments in Knicks history. Now, real quick, I want to show you guys something else, which was really exciting to see. Because, as we know, Mikal Bridges spoke on the fact that the Knicks weren't doing layup lines and all that. And, well, the Knicks, they went out and did a thing. Shout out to Christian Winfield for the excellent coverage of this. But the Knicks went out there, and what did they do? They went and did layup lines. Exactly what Mikal Bridges said. Stay in the game. Don't stop. Don't slow down. We have to stay in it so we're warm for the third quarter. Mikal Bridges was absolutely correct. This is a guy who's been to the NBA Finals. He knows what it is. He knows what it's like to be here. And at the end of the day, I love what we saw out of Mikal Bridges. But no matter how we go about it, no matter what happens, everything that we watched all year could have easily been for nothing if it wasn't for this moment right here. If it wasn't for Jalen Brunson snapping Ausar Thompson's ankles, hitting that shot. Let's just watch it again. shocked. Shocked, disgusted. And if you come out the king of New York, do not miss, because he's sure not gonna. Subscribe, like, turn on post notifications. You know the deal. We'll see you in 2 days. Bruce Velez and Celtics Digest. Go Knicks.